What's poppin', everybody? The Union. Got Visual up in here, and today our special guest is Lawrence of RBE. Salute, Lawrence.
Hey, what's good, everybody? Battle Rap Union, Visual, J Legend. I see y'all. Let's get it. Salute.
One thing, as always, man, I just want to thank you for always being open to everything in terms of dealing with not just myself, but the bloggers and everybody in general. You normally you're pretty open for conversations and anything else. So, I always appreciate that, and I think highly of you guys in terms of y'all customer service, so to speak, at the events and stuff, man. I always think highly of you guys. So, thank you very much for all of that.
Yeah, you got to remember, Adam, the leader of our Rare Breed, he's a blogger by nature. That's where he came from, from the blogging world. And so, we always keep that tradition of, all right, we're going to respect the bloggers and try and support, because it's back and forth anyway. So that's what's up.
No, yeah, definitely. So we got this card coming up in a few days.
Yes, sir.
It's already an excitement. There's nothing to talk about in terms of the main event, K-Shine and Jay Mills. But I just want to start off with asking you, overall, what has been the biggest difference you've seen between the last card and this card in terms of reaction from the people?
Oh man, and we never did do a wrap up in it, like a post up on that Mook thing. Yeah, that Mook card the energy was crazy. It definitely prepared us for what we're doing now. I don't think there'll never be another experience like the Mook situation. So coming up with this card, we're ready. We're ready to go, ready to rock out with it. And so we're ready. That's it. It's just K-Shine and Jay Mills provides a different type of energy. It's a Harlem thing. If you're from New York, in Harlem, buzz in Harlem, so it's just, but we're prepared. We're ready. We're excited. Let's get it.
There's a whole different, so far, yeah. It seems to be a whole different dynamic in terms of K-Shine and Jay Mills. I don't know if you want to say back and forth, because I think Mook and Verb, there was more of a back and forth leading up to the battle. There was always that and not in a negative way, but it was always that intensity there.
Right.
There was always that willingness to talk shit to each other. It was no holds barred. With this situation, it seems to be a lot more tame. Is that fair to say? And if so, what's your take on it?
Yeah, I agree. It does feel a little more tame, but I think it's because it's a Harlem thing. At the end of the day, yeah, you want the two battlers. They're going to battle. They're going to make sure. But I think they want to keep it respectful more. You know what I mean? They know it's already, because it is Harlem, it's already going to sell itself. So it's kind of like, okay, let's just, see. I think that's why you've seen a little different. Whereas with Verb and Mook, we're talking, Mook return. You got Verb trying to prove a point, things like that. So in this situation, I just feel like what it is, you got K-Shine, Mills, Jay Mills, he's trying to prove a point, but in a way he's solidified already. You know what I mean? And it's just one of those things, we're going to see what happens. But I think that's why you're seeing it a lot more tame, because it is, they're from the same area. They know each other. So that's what it is.
Do they personally know each other?
I think they know each other. I wouldn't say it's like best friends and nothing like that, but they've run into each other's circle. Harlem's only so big anyway, so that's it.
Yeah, well, salute to Harlem, my hometown. It's nothing better. Yeah. I don't. That's what somewhat makes this a little difficult for me, is the Harlem aspect, and what I mean by that is, I'm trying not to really. I haven't really gone in the way I want to. I personally, because I'm just keeping it real. Like I personally think that Sean is gonna 3-0 Mills, but I haven't been so adamant about it because of that Harlem element. I don't really want to go in like that. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to see is anytime it's a Harlem night, that includes me too. That's where I'm from.
All right.
But the battle rap fan in me is gonna say, like I said, I've been a little more cooler with the way I present it, because normally I've been really going in. But personally, it's the truth. I don't think that Jay Mills has a chance in this battle. But with that said, how did you guys come up with the opponent? Is that something he suggested? Did that come from you guys? What happened?
Well, we always wanted to have Jay Mills on our stage. In fact, we thought about bringing him against on the Moot card, but situations happen. You know how it goes. So one of the things with Jay Mills, we started throwing opponents at him because we told him we want to bring him back to the stage. Like, yo, you need to come back in the battle rap. We got Moot. What's going on? So we started throwing some names at him, and he said K-Shine. He said he would take K-Shine because he respects K-Shine. I mean, he respects him. He sees him as all right, this is somebody you need to take out in Harlem. You know what I mean? And he feels like if he beats him, that's what he will. You know, he's back on it. You know what I mean? So I think that's what it came from. Just out of respect, he respected K-Shine and was like, I'm going to take him as my – because some people wonder why he just take a warm-up battle. You know what I mean? Like, get your feet wet. K-Shine's a killer. And to me, in my opinion, you know, if you're a battle rapper, you're professional, you're a battle rapper, it doesn't matter. And Jay Mills, he says he's ready, and let's get it. You know, that's what it is.
I personally, I see the warm-up part that people were saying. I wouldn't take it. I wouldn't call it that. What the angle that I view it from is you're coming at K-Shine, who, like, listen, let's be fair. Like, K-Shine for the last few years has shown you that he is elite. Yeah. And then when you bring in the fact that this year alone, K-Shine has been kicking holes in people's chests.
Mm-hmm.
For that to be the comeback battle, to me personally, I respect it, but I don't agree with people in terms of the warm-up battle, so to speak. But I do think there was possibly, I don't even know if the word fair is the right word, but that's how it's coming to mind. I think there was a more fair shot out there than it would be for K-Shine at this particular moment. Is it cool? Would you throw us some of the names that you guys did off him?
Oh man, it's been because we had the Mills situation locked in so long. I forgot some of the names. I think let me see. Man, you got me thinking. I know one opponent that's been thrown out there, and I saw Mills throw it out there. He wants Verb. He wants to kill Verb after this. We also threw out. Man, you got me on that one. I forget the names we threw out, but Verb. I know Verb is one of them, for sure. And yeah, that's what I remember. That's it. Yeah.
Was there a time where you guys were considering the Verb Jay Mills more than the Verb Mook?
No, once we locked in, once we did the Mook Verb battle, we figured, okay, we're going to just do Jay Mills versus K-Shine. We weren't going to bring Verb back. I mean, he just came off, you know, a tough battle with Mook. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, and then, you know, so that's what we decided to just go with K-Shine and Jay Mills. That's it.
Did you have K-Shine in mind all the way back from the last event?
Yeah, we've been wanting to get K-Shine on our stage. We've talked about it. We've talked to him. We've been in talks all the time. You know, it's just, you know how the situation goes. You know, it just when the timing's right. So we already knew K-Shine was interested in coming to our stage. We knew Jay Mills was going to come to our stage, and Jay Mills was willing to take K-Shine. So that was an easy deal.
And Lawrence, you said in the beginning that they respect each other. They want to keep a battle rap and such because they're from the same borough and such. Right. But RBE has a track record of setting up high tension battles. Right. And, you know, we've seen some things pop off. Is that intentional? Do you guys like setting up those, you know, whether it be a bully versus bully or just battles where people just go in and just, you want to have security on that stage for whatever reason?
No, we don't go intentionally trying to be like, oh, we want something to pop off. No, but we do want to have battles on our stage that we feel are interesting. That, you don't want a situation where we have like two best friends battling and they not taking it serious. You want a little tension. But what we try to do is make it clear before the battle and in the contract, we put things in place so they understand, okay, keep it battle rap and that's it. Yeah, we still have security just in case, but they all know behind that if because what we've gone through, we'll take it out. We won't pay your deposit, things like that. So we put things in place. But I think in general, it's interesting when you have a little tension in battle rap. You want that. You don't want to just be all buddy. So when I say K-Shine and Jay Mills respect each other, well, anybody that's from Harlem, they all feel individually they're the best. They're the best of the best of the best no matter what. So that right there lets me know that Jay Mills and K are going to go hard because they want to prove they're the best. That they're the best in Harlem, things like that.
Yeah, I personally think that when it comes to K-Shine, he already comes with a certain intensity. I don't even think that the opponent necessarily matters. It does matter in the overall spectrum. I'm just saying, if you sit there and watch K-Shine's battles, I've seen him battle in small leagues against the guys no one knows, and that intensity is there. It's part of who he is. So I think you're gonna get that automatically. It just like in any situation, it only gets a little higher if he gets that energy returned back to him.
Right.
But it seems to always be for the most part, right? Because everybody has a bad game.
Mm-hmm.
For the most part, that's always been to the delight of the fans because, first off, who doesn't want somebody to care?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like we want you to care. And in this culture, we want the people who want to be the best. I don't want the guy showing up to collect the check.
Right.
I want the guy who has just a little edge on him, but has the point to prove, yo, man, I'm coming in here. The money's there. I want to beat everybody. That's what it is.
Yeah.
And I always get that from K-Shine. The last time that we seen an intense moment or intensity from Jay Mills, and maybe I'm only speaking for me, I'm not sure, was against Book.
Yeah.
That was many years ago,
Yeah.
So
if you go to Battle Rap Matic, Jay Mills kind of addressed that situation. That was an intense battle, him and Mook. That was definitely, he was in his feelings, and that was crazy. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Yeah, I remember that battle. I remember it, and the intensity that was there really from both of them,
Yeah.
I remember that. But it's like, I'm hoping to see something like that, because it's a lot to match with K-Shine. That's why I said this was a very, very difficult, matchup in terms of Jay Mills taking it, because you got to think about it. You don't have to match every one of his attributes. You don't have to do that. But you have to know that he comes with a lot of attributes. You have the aggression. You have the performance. You have the bars. You have all that. With Jay Mills, it's really uncharted waters because we ain't see anything of the sort from him in a lot of years.
Yeah, but Jay Mills has done some, trust me, he's researched K-Shine. He's watched all his battles. He knows what he needs to do. I think because we don't know what he has, that kind of makes a wild card. Because I'm going to give you an example. When King Los battled Head Ice, people were saying Head Ice is going to, bark on him, going to make him feel small. But if you look at the battle, King Los is walking around comfortable like he's in his own house, which I didn't see coming. But he did. So I think Mills can be a similar situation. We just don't know. I mean, we hope that, Mills comes crazy, K-Shine comes crazy, and we get a classic battle. That'll be, that's what we want. We just want a classic because the classic is good for everybody. We don't want a 3-0 either way. Just a classic battle, that's all we need. That's it.
Joel, you got anything to add before we move to the next one?
Yeah, these high-profile battles, do you plan on keeping them coming? Or do you think you just want to have just more of a toned down card coming up? I think we've had our fill. I'm more than satisfied with what you guys have been doing, and I wouldn't be mad toning it down. You know, you don't have to keep that boulder rolling like that.
I mean, if you look at our track record, we've been able to kind of go either way. We can go high profile, we can go low profile. You know, it just happens right now we're doing these high profile battles, but in our DNA, we can always go back and just, you know, and we believe our fans will rock with us no matter what, because we built that track record. Okay, we've done big cards, we've done small cards, and that doesn't change. You know what I mean? So next year, who knows what we're going to do? We may go high profile, we may go low profile. We have flexibility either way in what we want to do.
Do you more just focus on the event at hand before?
We go event to event. Yes. We don't really try. I mean, in general, we try and forecast how many events we want to do in a year, you know, and then we just kind of, you know, brainstorm, figure out which way we want to go for each event. But we try and treat each event as an individual type situation.
In terms of that, because I had an order I want to go, but being that we're there, I think this is the best time to ask. So there's almost impossible to satisfy all the fans. But last card, everybody complained there was too many battles. This card, the complaint seems to be is not enough battles. So what went with the decision to only do what is it? I think only 5, and 2 of them are
four battles and then 2 in this case. So before the Moot card, we already made the decision to go just 4 battles and then 2 in this case, because we felt like, all right, if you're in the building, one of the worst things you want to be is to be in like, if you have 8, 10, 12 battles and you're in the building from the beginning to the end, you're going to be tired, you know? And then, you know, we want people who come to our event to be able to, you know, if they want to do something afterwards, they can do it. They don't have to spend all their whole day on in battle rap. Or if you watch on the live stream, you can just kind of, you know, a couple hours, watch out, and then go about your day, you know? So before the Moot card, that was our, you know, Adam put a blog about it, talking about that's what we're going, or a vlog, I should say, that's what we're going to do is. And so for the Mook situation, because we figured the how big Mook was going to be, the event would be in general, like, okay, let's just go big and bring back, you know, add these extra battles to the thing. But we're going back to 4 battles and 2 in this case. It's going to be like this for a long, I think, from here on out, because we witnessed what happened with the Mook battle. Yes, we were fortunate that it turned out great, but at the end of the day, people were in there a little too long, you know what I mean? Things like that. And so, we know we want to avoid that situation and just go back to just being 4 battles and then 2 in this case.
Yeah.
The only exception is if we decide to do, let's say we decide to do a team on team. You know, we haven't done that in a while. You know, I would love to see that come back. You know, just let's do it one time. Team, I don't know what teams are out there really, you know, that could do it, but I wouldn't mind seeing that.
I that's something that me myself I've been wanting to see again.
Yeah.
I thought that it was a genius thing, and I would think that it would be an easier thing to do, but in the grand scheme of things, I don't think so, because you got so many people, it's so many variables, but I still think that that's something, because it also had that somewhat old school feel to it.
Yeah.
It had that old school street feel to it, where you had a group of guys from different blocks who used to meet up, and it's like your team and my team, and boom. Right. And it's about who really had the best crew. So it has that old school hip hop feel to it. I definitely thought that everyone got their money's worth and more with the Team Hami versus Writer's Block.
Writer's Block, yeah. But I don't know if the crews is like what they used to be. You know what I mean? You know, I'm not seeing that. I don't know. It's weird. It's just I'm not seeing the crews like Team Hami is still there, but you look at Dot Mob, they got a situation going on. You know, Goonies, the only 4 deep. You know what I mean? So, you know, I would love to see it come back, but it's got to be the right situation for that.
Yeah, well, just throwing it out there, I think we would all like to see, for the most part, we would like to see some of the Goonies go up against the 4 Horsemen. Just throwing it out.
Yeah, that could be great. But that's only 4 battles, though, right? It's only 4. There's only 4 in the 4 Horsemen. You know, starting 5, it's 5 on 5 at least. Yeah. So maybe 4 Horsemen might add somebody to the mix. I don't know. But that is a talented group, no doubt about it. And the Goonies are the Goonies, you know what I mean? So that's what's up.
Yeah, definitely. I think, again, I think that because it's 4 regular battles, right? It's 4 regular. I mean, I think we could go for 5 and 1 SK, but
I mean, we're gonna. I'm sure are you gonna be in the building?
I'm trying. More than likely, I'll be there. I'm not 100% sure yet, but I believe I will.
I think you're gonna appreciate just 4 battles and 2 NSKs. When you're in there, you're gonna be like, okay, I see it. You know what I mean? The 4 main battles are long enough. You know what I mean? They're not. You know, we're not talking 2-minute rounds. You know, and you know, I think I'll enjoy the process of being like, okay, you know what? I'm not tired at this event, and you know, got full attention. That's it.
Well, I mean, at the Rare Breeds card, the problem was the unlimited round.
Yeah.
Right? Because we ended up with what, like an hour and 20
hour and 30 minutes.
Yeah.
What can I say? Right. Mook had a lot to say. He ain't that, you know.
And then in between that, we get the normal narration from fucking ARP.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, before you know it, you have a battle, you have a documentary. You have a battle. So
facts. I mean,
when it came to the Rare Breed thing, it just was more because the other part, and this is no swipe at you, this is leagues in general.
Right.
The other part is sometimes we forget how long we are out there on that fucking line. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so like you on that line for a long time, then you get in the building, you know, you have to wait for that to settle, for the battles to start in between, the stuff that goes on in between, so on and so forth. So when you think of how, because pay-per-view also makes it a little more easier for you to digest it, because you're in the comfort, you know. Right. When you're at the venue, it's a different ball game. So to stand there for an hour and 40-minute battle, you know, everything else surrounding it, like that's what makes it crazy.
See, that card could have benefited from 4 battles and just 2 NSKs, right? The Mook card. So that's why we're going back to that. Now, I don't ever see us allowing or doing unlimited rounds. You know, I respect Mook going like that, but I mean, I'm sure, Visual, what do you think about it? I mean, sitting through an hour and 30-minute battle, what do you think about that?
I think for the battle at hand, it wasn't terrible. It wasn't bad. It actually turned out good. You know, it turned out to be a classic, in my opinion. For those that actually want to sit through it all the way through, because I've heard both arguments where people are able to sit through and some have to chop it up in sections because they don't have the attention span to sit all the way through.
Right.
But I enjoyed it. I didn't have any complaints about it. I think not seeing Mook for so long, hey, let him rap.
Yeah, I think that was the balance behind it. Like, you know, this is what Mook wanted. We'll let him do it. We'll see how it goes. And you got to give him credit for going 30 minutes, no chokes, no stumbles, nothing, just flawless around. I'm like, wow, you know what I mean? But yeah, I agree. I think that's what it is.
Well, in all actuality, you have to give them both credit for rapping for what? About 45 minutes each or some crazy number, like no stumble, no. Listen, us on our blogs, you know, we were going at other people because it's like, wait a minute. So these 2 guys can get up there and rap a whole movie.
Yeah, they set a new standard. That's a standard now. Like, you know, with no excuses now. So
none, because what you have to determine also with people, the details of the matter. Like, especially in the building, I was right there in the midst of all that dumb shit. You know, there was some tense moments, and it's to be able to go through that shit where there was almost fights and then jump right back into your round like if nothing ever happened. Come on.
Yeah. It was also I don't see K-Shine, and I can tell you this: K-Shine and J Mills will not be 90 minutes. It's 3-minute rounds. 3-minute rounds for each of them. You know, but I do think they're gonna have a little, you know, leeway if they want to go 3:30. That's fine, but 3 minutes is what's contracted.
It was also refreshing too to see Averb go the distance like that, because he's got into this bag where I feel like that long-winded style actually suits him because he can get his shit off. Where it's more lyrical, it's more poetic, you know. So I wanted to see where he would take it if he had like an unlimited round like that. So I enjoyed it.
Yep. All right. What's the next question, fellas?
Calico and Ill Will.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Okay.
For forever, for this to happen, this battle was supposed to happen on another league a few years ago.
Quest McCody League, yeah.
And it didn't for other reasons, but I can't tell you. Just the announcement alone that Calico was coming alone for me made it exciting. And I was hoping it was against Ill Will.
Yeah.
I got what I wanted. It's a matchup with a lot of similarities, but yet differences.
Mm-hmm.
Right? These guys' styles are somewhat similar, but they have some clear differences in their style. But to me, it's one of those matchups that just says potential classic all over it. In terms of setting it up, was it an easy one? Was it a difficult one? Was there hesitation in opponents?
No, this was kind of easy because we've been in talks with Calico anyway, and he's wanting to come to our stage. Numbers are right. Ill Will, he's like a regular on our stage. You know, he's very easy to work with. I mean, I like working with Ill Will. He's one of the easiest battles. So when it came time, Ill Will, we got Calico. What's up? He was down with it. You know what I mean? Just because he's easy to work with, you know. So that wasn't difficult at all. And shout out to Quest McCody. You know, I know that battle was supposed to go on his league, the Power League. I think Power. I forget. I know it's in Detroit. It was supposed to be in you know how it goes. But we picked it up, and it's going down this coming Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where was after talking to Ill Will? Where you think his mind frame was and the difference between after the lackluster battle versus Big T and then getting an opportunity to go against Calico? Was that like a pick me up? Was that something that he seemed like it raised his spirit, so to speak?
Well, I think Ill Will was excited because I think he wants to prove that he's the best in Michigan. You know what I mean? That is a Detroit versus Yaktown. They've been the top in each area, you know, Cal, Detroit, Yaktown, Ill Will. So it's really in a way the battle of Michigan, who's going to be the best battle. And I think that's what's exciting Ill Will in this battle. And, you know, I think that's what it is, just to prove that he's the best in the state.
I think DME was really excited. Shout out to DME. He couldn't be here, but he's from Detroit, obviously. And he recognizes like the rivalry between Pontiac and Detroit. So he's very excited to see this.
Yeah, it's a big deal for the state of Michigan. It's gonna be crazy to see that. You know, I used to live in Detroit, so I'm definitely have a vested interest to see. Well, all right, how's it gonna turn out? You know, because Detroit always holds a special place in my heart. I used to live there, so I'm excited for this battle. This is probably one of my favorite battles of this card in general.
Coming in with a bias, huh, Lawrence?
A little bias, you know. That's bomb 313. You know, it is what it is. So,
Well, personally, I think that this isn't just a big battle for Detroit. I mean, for Michigan. I mean, it does, of course, that's there. But I think it's a big battle for RBE. I personally think that, especially after the last event, I feel like more eyes were open to what you guys have been doing for years.
Yeah.
I think that people were more, for whatever stupid-ass reason, but I see people more accepting of RBE after the last event.
Yeah.
And I think that when we look at this card up and down, like we got 4 battles here that can arguably be a main event anywhere else as well.
I'm biased. 1SKs, they could be a main event too. I'm just saying. But now I feel you.
But I mean, what I mean when I say that is we're talking about the 1SKs. Yes, they can. They could be headliners, but in a smaller league. I'm talking about big stage wise.
Oh yeah.
When you look at what you have lined up here, you know, these are big stage battles that can headline anywhere and sell so many tickets and pay-per-views, so on and so forth. So when I look at this matchup for Calico and Ill Will, I still look at it also a big deal for RBE. And they definitely can end off what's been a dope year from you guys.
Yeah, I agree. Definitely agree. It's big for battle rap in general. It checks off the list. If you're a battle rap fan, this is going to be in this battle. So we get to see who's the best. That's it. 3 rounds.
Yeah. Well, staying right there with the Michigan, Clean Paper versus Gems. Let's talk about it.
3 times a charm, man. You know, 3 times we've been. This has been You know, we've been trying this how many times? This is the third time we tried this battle. I don't know. Honestly, I really don't know what to expect from this battle because it's been so long in the making. I mean, I think that both are talented. I think both are ready for it. But what we're gonna get, I have no idea. What do you guys think from this battle?
Have they settled their little feud that they have on? Have they squashed that, and are they ready to come in just to battle and have a good time and have a good?
Yeah, that's been squashed. They both they squashed it. Jim squashed that a long time ago, a while back, and Clean as well. So yeah, they're both ready to just keep it battle rap, and that's it.
Yeah, I mean, I remember them both speaking on it one way or another. I definitely remember QP speaking on it, not only from interviews, but from that weekend, the night of the press conference and everything. I remember that whole situation. Yeah, they addressed it, but me personally, again, this is just me speaking for me. I still hope that there's some of that intensity there, like not to the point, not how it was. I'm not saying that. Right. I'm saying because to me, I feel like this has been so long in the making. I don't want the hatchet totally buried where now we're just gonna rap.
Nah, I feel you.
I still want that intensity that just says, motherfucker, I've been waiting all this time. I finally got you. You understand what I'm saying?
I don't know. We're gonna see, man. I mean, Jim's is seems to be in a different space in terms of maturity. He has shout to him. He had he has some kids. Congrats to him for real.
Yeah. God bless, man.
He's actually a lot more mature. So I think I still think he's gonna come with a crazy performance just because he hasn't been on a stage in a while and he's ready to just get it out. You know what I mean? And Clean, he was just on his last battle, but I think he wants to be on stage more. You know what I mean? He wants to come back. So that's it's a lot going on. We'll see.
I personally think that Clean this year has been showing something in battle rap that we expected from him for a long time. We expected him, number one, to fucking show up when he's supposed to. Get to the venue, my man. And he's been doing that. We've also seen him come through and pretty much dominate in his battles. It's like
he's always had this line. He always had these lines that you can't things are simple, be simple, but it's hidden. You know what I mean? That was when he battled J400, and he talked about ARP in the beginning. I only came here saying, you know what I mean? That guy, that was fun. You know what I mean? Or when he battled, who did he battle? It was on shout to Black Ice Cartel, but he said something about the Black Lives Don't Matter. You know, he used that bar. That was a simple, but it was crazy. You know what I mean? Clean always has that. And so I'm excited to see him again. And I'm curious about what Jim's going to bring too. You know what I mean? Jim's is usually funny, and he has some bars behind. So we're going to see what we got.
I rock with Jim's heavy. I think he was a great talent, great pickup, but he's been working hard this past year and the beginning of the year. But he has been kind of chilling out because of stuff going on in his life. But he was very active, and vice versa to Clean. I think Clean's been on the ball. He's been working a lot, and he's been cooking. So I hope Jim's is ready to hop on the stage, and have a fight because not literally, of course, but
yeah.
But, because I think QP's in his bag, so he better be ready.
Get his merchandise, stop being dirty. I'm just saying. So shout out to Jim's for that. That's it.
Yeah, I think that the matchup wise, this shit makes sense from everywhere. I think they both bring comedy to the game. I think they bring wit to the game. They both have shown moments of, straight up aggression. So I see all of that there. I just honestly and truly I can't wait. I just these two, not only has this shit happened, but when you look at what their attributes are together, I think it's just potential for another dope ass classic, man.
Yeah, agree.
But to me, what might be the highlight of the night, QB Black Diamond versus Shoe.
Yep.
Well, what you thinking about this, man?
What made you guys throw a female battle on, want to highlight a female battle?
Okay, one of the things, we haven't done a female battle in a while. And I know on the last card, I did say, hey, we need to do a female battle, but it just wasn't in space. We just couldn't get it in. But I always feel like we should have a female battle on the card, just in general. So when QB's been on our stage, she's the first female to do 1 million on our channel, against her and Arsenal. That was crazy.
Salute to her, man.
That's a big shout to her. And someone said it, I can't remember if it was maybe someone maybe one of the Facebook group, but it was like QB is our shooter in a way. She's been on our stage multiple times and she's done well. Okay. So it's just one of those, hey, let's bring QB back. And then Shuni, this is something that's been talked about. They've been going back and forth for a while. 2 female bully type rappers with bars, so I was like, okay, it only made sense. Let's bring Shuni and let's go for it. That's my mind. We've talked to Shuni before anyway, so I was like, okay, let's make it happen.
I think the idea is fire. I'm glad you guys did it. I think it should be happen a lot more often. Possibly every card should have a highlight like that with some good women MCs. One thing, they do have a tempered personality, these women. Is there talks just like you've had talks with other people to make sure this stays clean and respectful and keep it battle rap?
Yeah, one of the things we try when we know there's tension or there's potential for something that, we have that conversation with both battlers. This is in general, not just single on QB, but we have that conversation with them. Hey, it's in the contract, let's keep it battle rap. This is about the fans. It's not about you and things like that. So we try and talk to both sides equally so nobody feels like, oh, we're favoring one side over the other. And we're just keeping professional, and that's all we ask from battle. And so far, since we've, addressed those things, since what happened in the past, it's been working out for us in our favor. And so I don't see this being any different. I've seen both ladies getting off, spitting their bars, and keeping professional, and then that's it.
Well, this is another battle that's been a long time coming. And that's why I'm looking at this card, and I'm like, I'm excited for the card. I see battles here that at least 3 of them in terms of the bigger battles. These are 3 that's been a long time coming. We've been waiting for a long time for something like this. Yeah. But the decision to see the girls on there, I think just brought it to another level. When it comes to QB, we know what she brings to the table, but she hasn't battled in a while. Whereas Shuni has been a little more active lately. Do you see one having more of an edge than the other?
Normally, I would agree with what you just said, but QB is a vet, and she's had classic battles on our stage. So in a way, it's home for her. We if you notice, we stay in the same venue. That doesn't change, And this is like she's comfortable on that stage. So I don't think the time off is going to make a difference for that particular battle. Plus, she wants Shuni, so she's motivated. Her battle with Arsenal, you saw it. That was a crazy battle. And this is, she's ready for this. I think she's ready for it, for real. Yeah.
Shuni is one of them people who also comes with that intensity. Mm-hmm. And like Visuel said, you guys got a chance to speak to both sides. What do you see their potential face-off or press conference looking like in terms of the back and forth shit talk?
Well, they had a face-off on Boss Chick on Battle Rapmatic. That should be dropping very soon. And then the press conference, I'm sure you're going to come on, Jay Legend. You was at the press conference. Something's always going to happen.
That's why
when y'all going to ask a question, something, but I think they're going to keep it just, they're going to show the intensity, but it's not going to go to that extra level. You know what I mean? Something like that. Yeah, definitely.
No. This is fire. I'm definitely happy that it's happening, and I agree with Visuel. I hope that we see this more and more on the cards because male versus female battles are interesting.
Yeah,
it's always a different dynamic, but I feel like the women versus women dynamic needs to happen more.
Yeah, I agree. I think ladies should be. I know one of the things I'm probably gonna do. I will do next year is I'm gonna do like an all female 1SK. Just number of females. We want to keep the ladies because they're important. They play a huge role in battle rap. There is a female base out there that deserves it. And one of the things, I'm not trying to, it's unfortunate what's going on right now in female battle rap. That's very important. But I think it's going to come back. I think they're going to get everybody will be happy in the end.
Well, I personally been saying this. Well, we've been saying this right here on this channel, the Union channel, is, we feel like in terms of the big league battle leagues,
mm-hmm.
I feel like one of you guys, and why not RB, but one of you guys should really take advantage of this in terms of it's wide open. These girls technically don't really have a home. So it's like, why not, take advantage of the situation? I mean that in a positive way.
Right.
Like, and bring the girls on, because there's so much potential there and there's so much out there, not to mention the core base for female battle raps. Do you see it that way or no?
I just think that right now, you got Queen of the Ring, you got C's. I just feel like once they're able to get their situation straightened out, it's going to be okay. I don't think that's something we need to do. We need to step in and just start promoting the ladies. I don't think we need to do that. I just think that, if we do the we throw in the female battle, and I think those two leagues, if they can just get on point, then that'll help female battle rap. I don't think it's something that we or any other league needs to do or anything like that separately. No.
Yeah. Jarrell, you good on that one?
Yeah. Overall, it's a great idea. Like I talked about, I'm not running to see female battle rap. I've never really been an enthusiast for female battle rap like that. But when you're able to showcase them like you are here, it definitely gives us more of appreciation and probably more of a chance to go later and check for them. So it's good for them overall. And I wanted to ask you if you had like a top 5 female MC that you're already looking at for possible upcoming matches.
Okay. Hold on 1 second, okay? I'll be right back, all right? All right. I'm back, fellas. All right.
All right.
What was your question?
Right. 1HKs. Let's get into it.
Wait a minute. Visual had a female question. What was your question, Visual?
Yeah, my fault.
Yeah. If you already have like a top 5 possible like female battler that you're already looking to possibly book, more have in mind, saying if we're gonna do this again, I got this person, or this person in mind. Have you already planned ahead?
Ladies, one lady, a couple ladies I've had in mind. I wouldn't mind seeing on her stage. Jazz, the rapper. I think she would do well on our stage with our crowd. I'm gonna shout out Robin Rhymes as well. I think she's talented, underrated. Where are we gonna see QB? We're gonna see Shuni. I would like to see 40 bars. I mean, I would like to see her. I think her return could be crazy on our stage. Who knows? We may be able to pull off 40 bars versus QB next year. You never know. You know what I'm saying? That's a tension battle, right? But I'm not saying we're gonna do it. But I'm just saying those are some names I would like to see. There's a lady out of Houston named Beretta Blaze. Wouldn't mind seeing her on our stage.
I've seen Beretta before.
I'm trying to think. So I mean, we've had Official, things like that. My Verse, wouldn't mind seeing her as, so. We got there are a lot of ladies that we'd like to see on stage, battle each other, things like that, So
you're already thinking about it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. I'm gonna throw out one because she knows. Been trying Gaddis. She hasn't touched her stage. I want to see her on the stage. Yeah. That's it.
I tweet her. I was like, we need you back.
I
liked her.
Yeah, we've tried to get on stage. We've been close, but we just how the business goes. It is what it is. But hopefully next year we'll make that happen. Her versus somebody.
You heard it here first.
Yep.
Man, that'll be fire. That'll be fire. I think that all the people you mentioned is people we've been wanting to see.
Yeah.
And then it only makes sense because like I was talking about. Well, you know what? We'll get to that. I'm gonna get through the card first, and then I got something else.
The card. Yep.
The next 1SK we have is Zay Smooth versus I'm sorry, I don't
Ice Cold.
Ice Cold.
Was it Ice Cold? Yep.
Yeah, all right, so I'm thinking of somebody else. Okay.
Yep.
Zay Smooth, I was at his first battle, which was like a year ago, at the trap. And I've seen lately he's been more active.
Yeah.
Gates of the Garden, Trap. I believe he battled in one other league. I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen that he's gone against some of the bigger names as well.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, there's a lot for him to work on and everything. When it comes to the selection of 1SK, how much did the people that he's battled in recent time factor into that in terms of the bigger names?
It's not really him battling bigger names. It's just I see something in them. Like I don't really go by who have you battled before when selecting 1SK. It's just do I see something? Like if I see like just I don't know. I just like if I see something I think it's special that you got something, then I'm gonna reach out to you and see what's up. Do you want to do 1SK? Hopefully you'll work on what you need to work on, and then you can just show what you got on our stage. So I selected him based on that. Just something that I saw in one of his battles, and yeah, he's with Gates of Trap New York and Trap Dre Dennis Lee, Gates of Garden. Yeah, that's what.
Yeah, salute. By the way, salute to both Gates of the Garden and putting in fucking work.
Yeah,
putting in work over there. Dre Dennis, who is a workhorse in his own right.
Yeah,
and then I'm always biased when it comes to Trap New York. Salute to No Mercy and the rest of the crew over there.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm real biased when it comes to the Trap. You know what I'm saying? Salute to them guys. And on top of that, I know that you guys have had quite a few guys who were on the Trap come in and do a 1SK. And I'm always appreciative of that too, because I know how talented a lot of them guys are.
Yeah.
And to see them get that opportunity on you guys' stage, I always appreciate that too. I don't have shit to do with the league overall,
right.
But that's one of the leagues, that was almost like my home league myself. You know what I'm saying? I don't rap enough, but that's why I used to always be at the Trap events. So to see that and to see Trap guys get up there, man, I'm always appreciative to that. But something has to be said for them Gates of the Garden guys, man.
Yeah.
They're just going and putting out dope ass battles. It's not like they just putting out a lot of content. It's putting out dope stuff. So to see these guys get a chance is great. Tell me more about his opponent.
Ice Cold. He comes from Oklahoma. Ice Cold is taking this shit. He's battling on the Trap. I literally go from Oklahoma to battle on the Trap. He's been out there for a while. I can't remember which battle I saw from him. I was like, okay, I want him on our stage. Maybe he battled maybe like a Dallas Cash. I think that's who he battled maybe. And he was dope. I was like, okay, you know what, Ice Cold, I'm gonna reach out to you. I want you on our stage. And he was like, he's with it. So it's gonna be him and Zay Smooth. They're gonna battle each other for the 1SK. And I think that matchup could be crazy. I don't know what I'm gonna get from them, but both are talented MCs, so we'll see what we got.
Yeah, I really like Ice Cold. I checked out a number of his battles. His more recent one was a GZ from King of the Dot versus Dallas Cash. That was a good battle. I think the dude has a lot of talent. He comes with a lot of punchlines. He's unique. I'm looking forward to seeing him. I've been doing my research, trying to check these guys out because I want to do a segment coming up, highlighting them a little bit more because a lot of these 1SKs, people disregard them, it seems like, in the community, and they definitely need more shine. And
definitely appreciate. But if you notice, the 1SK guys of late, they've all made the major, like they made the Source. You know what I mean? They've people have been picking up on them. You know what I mean? So that's my goal in the 1SKs is just putting a spotlight on somebody who may not get that shine for whatever reason. Things like that.
Now, a lot of these guys come from like Jay said, the Trap. And do you have a working relationship with the Trap or No Mercy or the BBBL, or do you just?
No, I don't have any relationship with them. I mean, I'm cool with that as far as like I know them. I've been to some of the events like BBL or but pretty much. So I don't want to put it out there like, yo, if you're at the Trap, you get an automatic shot. No, that doesn't work like that. No, because if you think about it, I've had Coliseum Battle League. I reached out. I had what's his name? That battled Slash on 2 cards before that.
Big Bigelow, was it?
Big Bigelow. Yeah, you know what I mean. So it's just that's just how it goes in the shuffle. But yeah, so no working relationship with them. No, I just look at the battles and go from there.
Well, that's definitely just to know that you guys, and I've seen Mercy there plenty of times at the RBEs, just to know that you guys are able to maneuver like that without any person, not to point fingers at anybody, but there are leagues out there who do take shit personal.
Right.
And whatever. And I think Mercy is one of the more vocal guys in saying that his league is a developmental league, to help to give guys who don't get an opportunity at all some sort of place to, somewhat like a gym.
Yep.
Give you a chance to come in here and do what you got to do so that you can progress to the bigger leagues. So that's always a dope thing. Mm-hmm. But I also know how supportive he is of you guys as well.
Yep. Well, visual salute. I appreciate you about to do that 1SK kind of highlight. I think that's gonna be. I already know it's gonna be fire. So I'm looking forward to that.
Well, I'm definitely, because I have not seen Ice Cold.
Okay, you should check him out.
The way that you guys are both talking about it, that's on the agenda for either tonight or for the morning. But
I'll link you some of my favorite battles that I've seen from him.
Yeah. Well, you guys know in general, I like to, especially before the event, I like to do my homework as well on the guys. But sometimes you hear different things that motivate you more. So, I had a lineup for tonight. I might just push that to the side and see what's going on with the Ice Cold.
And then let's not forget the last one, KD versus Butter from the Block.
Yeah, I've seen Butter plenty of times. Mm-hmm. I've seen Butter from Philly, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, I've seen Butter. I like Butter. I'm not crazy about him. I think I've seen battles where I'm like, yo, wow, he's doing his thing. Then I've seen battles where it's like, he's okay.
Yeah.
I do think that he as well, he's had a few battles this year also. I think the Battle Academy, I believe he was on. Gates of the Garden, he battled Bill Collector.
Mm-hmm.
I think he battled NJT. Yeah, he did. He just battled.
He's been around. He's just from Philly. Yeah, I'm
familiar with him, but I'm not familiar with his opponent.
Yeah, KD's best battle day was versus JC. It was in St. Louis. That was a crazy battle from both sides. So check it out. In fact, me watching that battle was like, okay, I gotta get KD on the stage, and he's been consistent. He's definitely. I'm gonna give him props for being patient, because he hit me up when we first started 1SK. It's like, Lawrence, I want to get on. Get me on. I was like, man, I'm gonna see. I just kind of was like, okay. So for him to still stick with it and still be like, okay, I want it. I was like, you know what? Sure, no problem. You know what I mean? So that's why I make a statement to all the battles who've not touched 1SK. Because some have been like, wow, Lawrence, why you give me on? What's going on? I'm like, hey, it's a process. It just takes time. There's only so many slots. But if you're talented, I will find you. I will put you on the stage. You know what I mean? Things like that. I will find a way.
Well, you have to have a quality control.
Yeah.
And I personally, I believe you guys have been doing a great job. You yourself doing a great job with having that quality control.
Yeah.
Because we've had some quality at 1SKs. Now we have guys, choke or whatever, but that's part that it happens even with the bigger that shit happens. Overall, I can, me personally, because I've been there, I can honestly vouch for what we see up there. So, I think that you're 100% right, and I think people have to understand that also. Like, if you just threw anybody up there, you're stomping on your own name.
Right.
One way or another, and I think you guys have been doing very well. The only issue I've had, and I was clear about that, was just about the last card. That was it.
Yeah. I get it.
Some guys too. Harlem, top 10 was awesome. So when it comes to the 1SKs, though, we've seen guys have great showings. One of my favorite showings from a 1SK, and is Daddy Mason.
Yep.
He had a phenomenal showing. Do you see yourself in the future being able to bring one of these guys like that from a 1SK who had a hell of a battle and give them an opportunity to go against one of the more bigger name guys?
We've done that before. We've brought back Nice. He battled heavy half.
Nice is crazy, man.
Yeah, Nice is crazy. We had in the early days we did CeeLo versus Omega. We brought them back for a 3-round. So next year, I'm looking to really, really push to get some of the 1SKs back for a 3-rounder. You know, it just depends on, you know, it's so many factors that when it comes to the main stage battles, that's a team decision. If it was my way, I bring them right back. But it's a team decision and things like that. So I know next year we will be bringing some of the 1SKs back, and you'll see for yourself. We tried to do something earlier. We tried to we tried to bring back Truth Watson. We tried to bring him back for a 3-round battle, but situations, you know how it goes, things like that. But that's the goal next year, is to bring back more than 1SKs for 3-rounders on the main stage type thing, as we want to do. So yeah, we're going back to only 4 battles and 2 1SKs. You know, so it's going to be really, really hard to get, you know, to crack that 4 battle, but I'm going to try my best to get it in there, like get some of them in there.
Man. Because even seeing, like you said, like a Truth Watson, just throwing it out there, but even to see like a Truth Watson versus a Jay Murder or a Show Off from one of them, that's still them getting a step up in the competition and a step up in the look.
Yep.
So that's the direction I want to go to next.
All right.
Unless Visual, you got anything else on the 1SKs?
No, I'm looking forward to KD. I do remember the JC battle. I think he's from St. Louis.
Yeah, he's from St. Louis. Yep.
Because it looked like he had the STL backing him, because Averb was in the building. I think Hitman might have been there too. So
yep.
It was a good showing from KD. So yeah, when it came to me, I was like, oh yeah, I saw that battle. I remember it. He's pretty fire. So yeah, looking forward to it. I want to thank you, man, for rocking with us.
Yeah. I mean, I owe y'all this. I've been trying to do, like, tell Jay, like, all right, I'm gonna do it not come through. So I figured I'm gonna give you the time.
Appreciate it.
Salute to you guys for real. You know, our event's coming up this Saturday. Cop the pay-per-view, RBE.com. You know, I think that the 4, it seems short, but I think everybody's gonna appreciate it. The 1SKs, I see you guys. You know, it's going to be crazy. I'm looking forward. Press conference this Friday. You know, we'll see what pops off from that.
And for anyone out there, I'm telling you, I always tell people, it's dope. It's dope to have the comfort of your own home and watch the pay-per-view. But it's nothing like being in the building. So I'm going to urge you to get your tickets now, rarebreedent.com. I will strongly suggest being in the building. I'm telling you, there's no way when you look at this card from top to bottom, you're not going to enjoy yourself. Not to mention that live aspect of being right there with the intensity, with the performances, with the bars, and being able to debate with people in there. If you're into that sort of thing, it can't be matched. So get your pay-per-view if that's what you want to do, the comfort, or if you're not able to be there. But if you ain't got nothing going on and there's nothing stopping you, in the building is where you want to be. Trust me when I tell you that.
Yep.
RBE.
Lawrence, thank you so much, man. Appreciate you very much. And I'm hoping everything goes cool on my side, and I'm going to see you either Friday or Saturday, hopefully both. So
all right,
we'll see how that plays out. All right?
All right. Y'all take it easy.
All right. Salute, Lawrence.